Well, the LRT is full of curling fans heading down to Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton, Canada, and the Ford World Men's Curling Championship. Some may have to take the scenic trip down White Ave in Old Strathcona to get down to the curling action in Alberta's capital city. A lovely look at the downtown skyline with the historic Hotel Macdonald just set upon the banks of the North Saskatchewan. The patch is full, hopefully making their way down inside Northlands Coliseum for men's session 17. Norway taking on Canada. Luke Coley joined with Alison Kreviazik for the last round robin draw as they honor Team Canada. Well, there you have it. And now let's get a chance to meet the teams.
For Team Norway, at lead we have Alexander Lindström. At second we have Magnus Niedergotten. At third we have Marcus Horberg. At skip we have Stefan Wallstedt, the alternate being Sander Rolvåg, and the coach is Thomas Lovåg. For Team Canada, at lead we have Jeff Walker. Second is Brett Gallant. Third is Mark Nichols. Skip, Brad Gushu, the alternate being Tom Salos, and the coach is Jules Kochar. Take a look at the standings here. Last draw.
Yeah, we know the playoff teams and how it will shape up coming up. Sweden and Canada will be in that 1-2 game, while Switzerland and the US in the 3-4. Five lost teams just on the outside looking in, followed by Italy, Germany, Netherlands, and Russia rounding out the field. Russia looking for their first win here in draw 17. Scotland will take on Russia, who looks that elusive win. Sweden on sheet B will take on Netherlands. Our feature game is on sheet C, Canada and Norway, while on sheet D it is Japan and China. A lot of 5-5 teams. Always nice to finish with a above 500 record if you're not going to be into the playoffs. Canada looking to run the table.
And what a week that they have been having. Holy moly. Running the table is an appropriate expression for that.
Yeah, they have only been to the 10th end twice. Those were last weekend, Saturday and Sunday, against Sweden and Switzerland. Lots of curling still to come in the playoff round, and they'll try and get set for that.
Yeah, and of course, you know, playing to 10 ends can have its advantages. Not playing can have its advantages too. It's, you know, saving some energy. It's a long week, so as much as you can save is definitely going to help you in the long run. But definitely a little bit of a disadvantage not being able to know exactly what the ice conditions are going to be like in those later stages of the game. Brad has expressed a little bit of concern with this, so we'll see if this Norwegian team can challenge this Canadian team to make it all the way to the end of the game.
Yeah, and they know they won't be into the playoffs, but they can be the only team. Last chance for someone to beat them in the round robin. Canada, no surprise, has the hammer again. They'll start things off. Norway will throw the red, wear their red jackets, while Canada will wear the white tops, throw the Yellowstones.
Alexander Lindström, 27-year-old Swedish-Norwegian. Twin brother to...
Scandinavian.
Yeah. Yeah. Twin brother to Christian Lindström. The former second for Team Edin.
Canada on the aggressive right away. First stone in, the corner guard.
Jeff Walker, the 31-year-old from Alberta.
He's born in Beaver Lodge, just outside of Grand Prairie.
Playing on behalf of Newfoundland, though, during their Canadian Championships to get here to the World Championship.
Yeah, and if you go out to St. John's in the Valley Haley Golf and Country Club, Sheet A, formerly, is now the Jeff Walker sheet.
Is it? Wow.
Sheet B is the Brett Gallant sheet. Sheet C is Mark Nichols. D is Brad Gushue.
Wow.
Fitting, it's a 4-sheeter.
Yeah. Sorry, Tom. maybe next time.
Hard.
So far, a great setup by both teams. Corner guard goes up, top 4 stone, and a center guard perfectly out in front. Again, being the long week, these teams have had quite a few games under their belt to really get used to the ice. And of course, the first couple draws were a little bit tricky. Teams still trying to figure out the ice. It was a little bit frosty. But Jamie and the crew have done an incredible job this past week at maintaining the same conditions for every single draw.
When he saw Stefan's just emotion, he was Brett Gallant. He moved one of the guards, so they put it back pretty close. Magnus Nedregotten.
Vänta! 6. Ingen linje. Ingen linje. Ingen linje. Alles på slutt hvis du kan.
A little chip off it, rolls away. They just didn't want to leave a nose to get rid of both of them.
Yeah, this definitely leaves an opening for Team Canada to just make a hit and flop.
Brett Gallant had an impressive day yesterday, but we'll be disappointed with his 90% game earlier today. He had 200% games yesterday.
I don't know if disappointed is the right word, but 200% games in a row, that is pretty fantastic. And then again, to follow up with a 90%. Talk about consistency.
I was joking with their alternate after their morning game today. You guys giving Jeff a hard time that he's the only member on the team who hasn't had a 100% game? And Tom goes, yeah, even I'm 100% after coming in for the one end he played. Paul Trulson, Secretary General of the Norwegian Curling Federation.
And Thomas Lovold,
team coach, and it's an alternate with Thomas. The Worlds, they try and run that back, they'll end up picking their own off the back end.
Oh my.
Can't afford to give up the big ends against this Canadian team. You have to get forces.
That was a pretty unfortunate little pick to the side there.
Same weight. How much same weight? This rock might run just a little better, that's all. Okay. Board? Yeah, it's just board. Same weight. Whoa, just a little more. Out there. Whoa. A little harder, I think. No. wide. Okay, Brett.
Nice control weight, but as you heard from Brad, just a little bit wide, so hit and roll out there. And now Team Norway with the chance to make a run back double to try and clear things up.
Marcus Hoiberg, like sitting in the act, the first rock. Can you play a run back double? Get nothing, just rolls it off, opens up those 2 Canadian stones.
Room length.
So put the guard back out in front.
I think halfway is fine.
Yeah, so just guard those 2 and delay as much as possible that short double. Mark Nichols, the third for Team Canada.
Higher the better. Line's a little tight. Really tight. Might be in. Whoa. Didn't feel that hard. Foot short or biting? Biting. Whoa. No. Foot short. 2 feet short. You don't need it for line. 3 feet short. Let it stop. Let it stop. It's coming down pretty good. Let it stop. Hey, Mark, good shot.
Well, the guard goes out in front and another run back, but this time it's Norway throwing it an opponent's stone back into the house.
So just looking to hit this a little bit high so that maybe you can even get all 3 going here. Just like that.
Wow.
Perfect shot.
Clears everything up.
Just needed a practice rock first.
Yeah. Made it harder running an opponent's stone as opposed to his own.
Yeah. Just wanted a challenge. Take a look again. Just a little bit high of nose and perfect.
I think it's going to be 3 or 4 feet slower. Yeah. 6 more feet, 8 more feet? 6. 6 to 8.
So it's not much to hide behind, but there are 2 red far corner guards that Team Canada is going to try and utilize.
Close, Jeff. Wait, don't wait. Up 4. T. Line's good. Up 4. Line only. Yep. T back 4. Yep.
Yeah, this is definitely a spot they would not throw in practice.
No, this will be quite fresh.
Hard, really curling. Hard.
Will he get it by? Oof. Just kisses it, but might be able to get the spin to tuck a little piece there.
Back 4.
That.
Yeah, buried about a quarter, I think. From the
Yeah,
heart.
that one curled a long ways.
Center, that's for sure.
I think Brett's rocks probably curl a little bit more than everyone
As you can
else.
see there, just ticks it. But getting a bit of a spin so that you can just kind of tuck a little piece.
6 feet of curl there.
I might have run out of rings.
Well, that's what I mean. I think he would have been like half in the 12 foot.
Yeah.
In the line it was coming in. So.
Haven't lost the curl this week.
No, Jamie Barras has made a nice ice surface for these players.
Stefan Wallstad. Skip for Team Norway.
Lift up.
Well, get just enough, punch that one out, and roll out of the rings. Another chance to put this one behind. This will be the second one in this path. Expect Brad to be real close on this one.
Yeah, let's take a listen and see what kind of weight difference Brett tells Brad to throw.
Draw out of the button weights pretty good. Yeah, I thought that'd be about me. Mark's still pretty good.
So not much different, they're saying, from what their draw to the button was.
Yeah, so up to speed. They said Mark slid quite nicely, so not as fresh out there as we had initially thought.
Got a lot more draw to the button. Yeah, but it's less than Mark's. Line should be good. Plenty of line here, Brett. Back 4. Line's good. T back 4.
All using other different shots as references for weight.
Whoa, wait, don't wait. Weight's good. Just in front of T.
I think that's so fantastic. And a lot of the top teams will now be doing that. Not only does it give you a visual, but it gives you that sense of feeling. And instead of leaving it to a time.
I didn't think it was that much more, to be honest, Brett.
A great judge. They end up putting it right just above the tee line. Buried and forcing the draw by Norway and Stefan Valstad.
So they'll try and follow this one down and just kind of sit a little bit on the corner to make sure that they sit 4-shot stone.
Super critical. I was hoping to leave him like a third and maybe make him chase it with a hack later instead of a freeze.
Oh, Brad just being so critical of
Yeah.
wanting to play the quiet hit weight instead of playing the freeze. Seen Canada play this twice.
Perfekt. 8-7. 8. 7.
Bare fart!
8.
Og mot køle!
8.
Mot køle!
Sju.
Ingen bounce, sprint her! Bare frys! Bare frys! Den er bra, køl litt. Bare frys, ingen bounce. Jopp.
What a beautiful freeze. Absolutely, exactly where he wanted to put it. Needed to make sure that there was no bounce off, so he popped out into the open, but also that he needed to sit 4-shot stone so that it wasn't just an open draw into the 8-foot for 2.
See, wait. Yeah.
So doing something that teams haven't done a lot of, forcing Canada to take a single point. Norway has to be happy the way this end started. Gushue now with the last stone will have to draw for a single point.
A little less, not bad. I think you gotta go, guys. Felt really light to me, but hard, guys. Hard. It's pretty good. Hard.
Hard, Jeff.
Come on, Jeff. Hard.
Guys really working,
Good brush,
but
guys.
No real panic from the sweepers, despite a little bit from Brad and Mark, but gotta go. They take it to the 4-foot.
they knew the whole way.
So 1-0. Norway will have the hammer, heading to the second.
Throwing those the same as draw to the button?
What's that?
Thought that one. That was a 410. This was
Okay.
2 to 3
that
feet
was
more
6
on
feet
this.
more than draw to the button.
I don't think so.
Okay. That's what I don't think so either. But
Yeah. I thought the second one. I would have said this was 3 or 4 feet more.
I
Maybe
missed
at
them all,
most.
and I don't know.
I don't go on the
Yeah.
times. I just thought if anything on that second one he stalled it.
It looked like
The kick looked pretty good to me, and then it looked
straight,
like
and he, that was curling really.
yeah, and it did cross center, right?
Yeah.
It was top 8 cross center.
I think you had to stall the first one too, based on yours
shot.
and that one. I don't know.
20 is perfect.
What are you throwing, Jeff?
26.
Good end.
Yeah.
Pretty good
Missed mine
freeze.
a little.
It's mine. I must have missed it by a mile, but it felt pretty good throw. And
Yeah. A little more in the draw.
Well, back inside Northlands Coliseum, Luke Coley, Allison Kreviazik. It is draw 17. The end of round robin will happen following this draw. We know the playoff teams, they're actually clinched this morning in draw 15. Canada, Sweden, Switzerland, USA. We know it'll be Canada, Sweden in the 1-2 game tomorrow night.
Yeah, Sweden had a tough loss to the United States this afternoon, which did bring them down to 2 losses. But with a loss from Switzerland, it actually, no matter if they lose this game, they would still be at worst place in a 3-way tie. And with a better draw shot challenge, they would still come out on top. So win or lose, they still do clinch that 1-2 page playoff against Team Canada.
They'll get another shot at that. They lost to them last Sunday, early on in the competition. That's Canada played Switzerland game 1. They played Sweden in draw 5. So both those teams quite early in the competition.
Ti blank. Ti. Rent. Wow. Wow. Ja, det var det.
Så är det möjligt? Det går ju helt rätt.
10-5. Ja, det står spikrakt.
Guys just saying they were really surprised that didn't break at all. Apparently that ran extremely straight. And sometimes you will find that there'll be different runs in the ice where just don't get as much curl as other spots.
A little more than half.
Room lane it.
It really forces the athletes to pay attention and make sure they know exactly what paths they've thrown in before, what happened to it.
Perfect.
Clean it, Jeff. Line's really good.
Wait, perfect.
It's clean until it stops.
Whoa.
Great shot.
Good throw. Nice shot.
weight.
Shot.
Lös bil.
Yep.
Still.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard.
Hard, 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 hard.
Hard.
Now trying to run back, and we'll pick that one off the face. Run back made.
Ja, rätt igår.
Niedergoten
Min där.
picks that one off just the corner guard. 2 corner guards, pardon me.
Det är varmt.
Yeah, rolled to a fantastic spot. Now they have a double corner guard. It's not too far off the center line, but nonetheless, it does still open it up a little bit. Picks that top 4 stone off as well, so great shot.
A little less.
Looks like a little stall.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Yep.
Line's good. Line's good.
Right to my broom, Jeff. It's pretty good.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Right there. Right to my broom. Right there.
Line's good. Line's
It
good.
is. It's right there. It's there.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Yep. Good. Good. Nice spot.
Well, neither side really wanted to play the way the other team wants. Brad could have peeled the top guard or come around, but not wanting to get into corner guard play, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Back to me.
And I like this the game plan from Norway's. You know what? We got to force in the first. We're going to try and get play behind the corner of the hammer. If we end up having to take a blank, we'll take a blank.
This will be a game of patience.
Mine's a little tighter than yours. Little different path here, guys. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Right here.
Just pass that.
Right to
Pretty
my foot,
close.
guys. Just gonna overcurl a little bit, but make sure we're here.
Not wait.
Yep, go. Come on, wait. Come on, hard.
So center line guard, and the peels will come. Of course,
Quite a bit
important
off
games
that.
all around the ice. Allison, Canada trying to go unbeaten. Sweden with a win, trying to get back on their A game heading into the playoffs against Netherlands. Sweden scores 2 in the first, leading that one. Well, it's the All-Asian Pacific region on sheet D. China and Japan both at 5 and 5. China scores 3 in the first in that game. But
Yeah,
maybe the
that's a
biggest
strong start.
one, maybe one of the biggest games out there, as you see the Scandinavian nations chatting it up, is on sheet A in Scotland and Russia for Olympic qualification purposes.
Yeah, that is a huge game for Scotland over on sheet A against Russia, just like you said. So a must win for Scotland if they want to get into the Olympics and avoid the qualification round.
Brett, get in there.
Gotta have, it's gotta be pretty nerve-wracking as an athlete, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Being in that game.
Hard. Keep it moving. Hard.
But if there's one skip out there who's got a lot of experience, it's David Murdoch. He's been in
Or even in 3 feet.
ton of pressure situations before, so
If he rolls, he's gonna be close to the T line.
he would be a very good person out on the ice to be a leader in this type of position.
On left.
Whoa. Yep.
Just nose hit. Canada trying to keep it away from the corner.
I think he'll play with draw. Nice solid board. Yeah. I don't know if I like the roll. I like it. You like
Is
the
this
nose
Brad
when
just
you
being
roll?
conservative
Okay.
or just
Do you like that, or yeah?
not taking the risk when it's not necessary?
Yeah, I don't think that.
I think so.
Yeah, so just like you just heard Brad. So he thinks he's gonna play the hit even if he's going to nose this one, and I think he knows that Norway's going to play it relatively cautious around him and not take too many risks against this really dominant Canadian team.
Good weight.
Forward.
Yep.
Might see a little bit more of a defensive style of play for Norway this game to make sure that it's a tight matchup.
Perfect. Forward, eh? Forward. Forward weight. Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
And they're thinking about it.
They got an exchange of hits.
We talked about it on the last shot.
Ja, der hadde
Det var
ikke
ikke sjans på
Jo,
isen
men
her.
de hadde mer igjen, så det virket som det køla mer og mer utover treninga.
Du har en køle mer enn Alex og det også, kanskje? Da.
Ja, om vi tar här.
Jeg er enig med Alex.
And just figuring out where to put the broom on this one.
Yeah, I think it's also
I så fall helt på slutten.
to what we heard before with Alexander. I think his first run, while it was a hit, it did run quite straight. So I think they're just being a little cautious and
Den här, eller corner.
Ja, men jeg tror det køler mer jo lenger hos jeg også.
Okej, 320 då.
5.
also looking at perhaps the lines that they would have thrown in their practice, doing any comparisons they had with that and where they took the ice to throw the corner guard.
4.
Litt rart.
I don't mind the call. It's a low risk chance to try and get your 2 in this second end.
Og køle.
5-6. Køle, plass.
Linje er bra. 5.
Masse plass.
Begge to.
Masse plass.
Gjømmer, Magnus, bli med.
Gå helt høyt oppe nå. Japp. Der. En stopp, kom igjen, Alex. Litt. Der.
Did they get it for shot?
Looks like they're shot,
Just got it there, I think.
but it will be accessible for Gushu to get at. They didn't quite have the, maybe a little bit more weight, and it curls right in there.
Like that with hack? Like good hack?
Alexander did call it top 12 out of his hand, so
I got 15-8 on that draw.
probably just knowing that he
Like
just
that
threw it a
ice
little
with
bit
hack.
light and perhaps wasn't the path, just a little bit of a light throw.
I think it's going to come across center. That should be good. Yeah, I'm surprised his draw didn't curl as much, but.
The return draws, the button weren't curling up. Remember, like,
Okay, so you like that ice, eh?
I think he gets some curl. I think he's
Okay.
left side ice.
Wide board.
A little heavy.
Heavy.
Heavy hack.
Yeah. Wide board.
Lead.
Whoa.
Yeah. Heavy hack.
Good shot.
That's a great shot. So sitting out in front, obviously you've kind of blocked off some draw paths, so
Looking at trying to make that double and roll out.
yeah, so Stefan, I
Missable.
think, I don't think he'd be too unhappy with taking the one
It's
here.
half a rock and may not.
A 1-1 game.
May not get it
But
well, I don't know how hard he throws it, but.
We're going to talk me through foot.
I think the double and spin up is probably the call on this one.
The question is, can you catch enough to roll out and push that one all the way back? That was a conversation the Canadians just heard them briefly saying. Whether it'll push it all the way, how hard he can throw it. Not all that familiar with Stefan Valstad and this Norway team.
Yep, yep, whoa.
Kan gå under.
Whoa. There you go. Yep.
There's one, there's two, and we'll take their one. A double made, and we are all square. Norway with a single in the second. 1-1.
In the universe that is distinctively curling, the stars have now aligned to deliver the world's ultimate showdown to the world's entertainment capital. Whether you're a storied veteran of events past or a future superfan anxious to attend your first, this is the one. The 2018 World Men's in Las Vegas with our most popular package, the 9-day, 10-night hit and stay for 2 people for just $20.29.
Las Vegas rocks.
So Alexander Lindstrom starts off the third end. Ford World Men's Curling Championship 2017. The final one of round robin. Nelson Kraviazik, Luke Coley, it's been a joy all week long bringing you the action from Edmonton, Canada. This first stone goes into the top of the rings for Norway.
Of course, this Norwegian team has a special communication dynamic on the ice. So Alexander, like we said, originally from Sweden, so he does speak Swedish, and the rest of the boys do speak Norwegian, but the languages themselves are very similar, so they're able to understand each other.
So the corner guard goes out in front. Well, and we're just two ends in, but I like the approach by this Norwegian side. They've come in with a strategy that's worked so far. They took a chance last end, ended up taking one. They knew they may have to, but it was a low-risk shot for one.
Absolutely, it was. And it's something that, as we saw or heard, Brad was quite surprised by it.
Whoa. To the hat. Hard. It's okay. Hard. Hard, guys. Good. Hard. 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 Roll it.
Well, they want to try and roll it over to the corner. Nice pair.
Looks pretty great.
Good shot. Just light.
A little light.
So we'll take a look over on the other sheets now. On sheet A, our matchup between Scotland and Russia. Russia just taking a 2 in the second end, so they will lead 2-1 over Scotland in that very important game for Scotland. Sheet C, we have Norway and Canada, obviously our feature matchup. Sheet B, we have Sweden and the Netherlands. Sweden taking 2 in the first and stealing 1 in the second, so a 3-1 lead. And sheet D, we do have China and Japan. And China taking a 3 in the first, stealing 2 in the second. Pretty strong start, I would say.
It's been a bit of a slide for Japan after looking a couple days ago, was in a good position for the playoffs, knew they had a tough finish, but now sitting at 5-5, possibly losing another one in a row.
Not his back.
Yeah.
Board weight.
Just board. Clean. Yeah, just a little quiet. Clean. Clean. Clean one. Good weight. Clean. Good weight. Whoa. Clean it. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Watch the roll. Nice shot. Good throw. Shot.
And just like that, Canada lying 3.
Just cracks a little.
Oh, yeah.
Norway now perhaps looking to go a little bit more on the defensive side right now. So lying 3. If you're if you're Norway, not having Hammer in this end as well, can be a little bit scary. We've seen Team Canada take 2 4s, 2 5s during this competition, so they're not a stranger to taking multiple points.
Yeah, you just want to not leave it around. See Brad indicating that they are 1-2.
Even.
So knowing they're out is that center line guard right now.
Top 8.
Yeah, they were trying to get a hit and roll on that last one, but the line just hung a little bit, so the nose does put them in a bit of a tricky situation, like we see with Canada lying 2 right now, and the opportunity to come around and lie for 3 again.
Okay. Wait, no, wait, lots of room, Mark. It's good. Top 8. Top 8. A lot of room. Whoa. Jeff. Gotta go a little. Yeah. So I'm not sure we're even going to bury a piece here. Right? You want to just fight? No. Fighting the 8. Hard.
Here,
Keep going, Jeff. Keep
Walker
going.
and Nichols going a little harder than we've seen them.
Go. Great weight.
Into lie 3.
This is a great spot.
Seen a couple talking about a straight spot, that one hanging out a little bit. not playing this corner guard. Another run back by Hoiberg. And right through everything. Not sure. Thought you could try and play hit and roll off one of the side yellows. You could try and play the come around.
I mean, throwing the run back there, if you were, best case scenario, if you make it and hit it on the nose, you're still not lying shot stone. The yellow on the other side would still be lying 1. Does get you a little bit out of trouble, but still leaving that corner guard. Definitely not out of the woods.
Jeff is there to get here.
Yeah, I know.
Looks like max, but I think you also need.
Looks like lots.
Well, we're not drawing to here. We're drawing to
I know where we're drawing. I'm just still saying it's 5.5 feet.
I think you're still needing.
Just visually
4 more
probably
feet,
looks is the problem that I think Mark's having on this one.
Yep.
Yeah, 4.
I think it's the same as when you threw it here.
If I throw the same weight as I threw on coming this way,
Remember the one in the first damage? You played
threw
around the corner?
To the corner, yeah.
It's impressive remembering all the shots they do. I don't remember what I had for supper.
One of the many talents that
Lots of line right
you
now.
have to have as an elite curling player.
Wait, top 4 weight.
Being able to remember every single shot,
Okay,
every
guys,
path,
really good weight.
every
Line's good.
every
Line's
weight.
good. Line's good.
Um,
We're there. Walk it on the
You
corner
definitely
here.
have to be focused.
Whoa, we're there.
Great shot.
Well, the chat was worthwhile because now lying 4.
Beautiful stone.
And by playing the corner guard, it didn't give any,
good judge.
open up any of those dangerous stones that can help you. Now you
No.
got to hit and roll off 1.
That's good. That's like the 4 feet more than coming in.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much you can see either of this stone that they're looking to hit at the top of the 12 foot by the center line. But
His second shot if they make the roll too.
yeah. The bonus beside it is if you do get a nice little roll in behind cover, at least then maybe you can try and eliminate some of the side ones. But, gets the outside roll.
That was a spot that they've been talking and both sides have been
Somehow peel the guard.
struggling getting a single or getting some curl in that spot.
I just run it through here.
Like what's he got with the guard?
Or shave it. It's pretty high. I know it's a little straight on the out turn is the only trouble if he makes it real good.
I'm not a fan of that. I don't know if you can get anywhere good around that guard that you would.
Well, they can certainly, Mark. If he gets right here, it's going to be a real challenge to get out.
Man, Jeff got at it pretty easy, didn't he?
No. Well, he didn't get it out of the rings.
No, but he didn't throw very hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't say easy.
I don't mind it. It's just not easy.
2/3, 3/4. Even if we roll in front of this, it'd be decent. Like, we don't have to roll much. What do you like, Jeff? I like that. That's just it's not an easy peel. You try it this way. Like worst thing is you touch this. He still can't get rid of 2 of those. Yeah.
Okay.
I like it if you do, Mark. Sure. I'm thinking like out turn across the face. Mark is kind of what
I think
like.
Mark wasn't convinced that it was that dangerous to them. They're out. They're lying 3.
Out turn across the face.
I would have to agree with Brad on this. I think, I mean, even if they did, make a really good stone, the danger rock on this is still is the guard.
Like
So
this?
the only out that Norway has at the moment is to try and utilize that. without that guard, they are looking at giving up a bundle here. So even if you do throw the peel and kind of run it into the ones on the side, you're still looking like in a very good position on the other side of the sheet where they've just thrown that corner freeze.
This is Mark's last. This is the last of third stones right now.
Roll anything, Brett, anything. Hard. Good shot.
Well, that was the room for error, was to leave a corner.
Good. Good shot, Mark.
Gives them the hit and roll as an out.
But would he stick around for shot is the question.
Her, ja.
Jeg tenker her, ja.
Hvis de slapper her, kan ikke du sitte shot?
Ja.
Ja. Det er ikke så lett for henne.
I believe they're just looking at the nose here, trying to get Brad to make a play on it, and hoping for maybe a miss on his part.
Ja, enig. Vi har fortsatt shot da.
Jeg køler litt over der. Jeg vet ikke hva det var for noe, men bare må løs.
So right now it is Canada line 3.
Well, first, skip stone. Canada threatening a big end.
Can they get it by? Oof.
Shouldn't have been even close to that guard. And we'll touch that one over. And another mistake that you cannot have. Already in a heap of trouble.
Yeah, they were on that right out of his hand, which makes me think he was a little bit tight out of his hand.
Similar path to what
Yeah. The look of frustration.
Where are we going, Brad? Back 4, back 8 here, Jeff. Back 8? What? Back 8? Yeah, back 4, back 8. I don't think he's playing a freeze. I hope he does. Yeah. But just make sure it's behind that
Hoping
one on the right.
he can get him into playing a freeze as opposed to
Good speed out here. Yeah, nice speed.
hit roll. Anytime you got your opponent playing a freeze against 4, it is a 1-1 game, but you give up a 4 against the way this Canadian team's playing, that's game.
Yeah. It's next to impossible against this all-star team right now. Leading percentages at every single position.
Line's really
Be hard to come back from.
Okay,
Make sure we're past this.
Make sure you're past it. Gotta go. Gotta go hard.
Keep going.
Hard.
Keep going.
Keep going,
Back
Brett.
4.
Keep going. A little more. Good. Good shot. Sure street there.
Shot, Brad.
So it'll be a spot, the longer this game goes, that out turn going on the away
That was
ends.
a little bit back. I'm surprised they ran that straight.
Well, I thought you were like positive,
Yeah.
but I didn't think.
I mean, one possibility he has is to try and do a hit and roll off of that top Yellowstone over to the one that Brad just threw. Try and group something together. Right now, you really don't have much at all.
You play the double, I think it jams on that side, and you leave. You're only making a single takeout if you get the second one.
Yeah, I don't see anything other than just really trying to set it up for your next shot, but had Brad left that a little bit higher, you might have been able to get a hit and roll to the back of the house in behind that one, over on the side of the 8-foot. But they swept that to the absolute perfect location, off the center to the back. So tough situation for Norway.
Well, facing 4. Rub the guard on his first.
Hard. Hard.
Stefan Wallstedt.
Hard, Magnus.
And over the top. Open draw to the 8-foot for 4. That was the worry. You jam on that side and you miss the double.
Yeah, at least, well, that hit and roll, you're making Brad at least throw something.
Coming after one of your stones.
Yeah. My goodness. Last stone in the third end. We do have an open draw to the 8-foot for 4 points.
Same line. Same spot. Easy.
Right to ours.
Back 8. Easy.
Back 4. They're just freezing ours.
Okay.
Now, is that more positive?
And looks good.
Not a problem. Canada, for another time, to the delight of the crowd here at Northlands Coliseum. 4. It's now 5-1 after 3. Well, Jeff Walker, as he has numerous times, will get things going after Canada scores a big end. They score 4 in that third end. Yellows just started to accumulate, but really started by a nice little intern tap and roll by Jeff Walker. He rolled behind the corner guard.
Yeah, they were just, well, they were doing exceptionally well that end in terms of rock placement. Perfect corner freeze, the perfect draw to that back 4 position. It was just a tough situation for Norway, not really having any access to get rid of a bundle. But having the opportunity for that run back, but just going right through, missing everything. Tough end for Norway. They're gonna need to really battle through this end and make sure they get back on, take some points this end.
Is this a case of inexperience? The team near the end of a round robin were just unfortunate getting the results that they had, missing them completely, not making any half shots.
I think it's a little bit of everything, to be honest. I think that, well, I'm not sure if it's exhaustion, because you know, these boys they're extremely fit. Obviously, they had a playoff championship against team, Thomas Ulsrud, and coming out on top, so they can perform in those pressure positions. But I think in that case, it was a tale of bad rock placement versus a team that just wasn't missing anything.
And they have their work cut out for them now. So we play the fourth end, trying to get the two corners out in front.
Trying to get these ones even so that there's no double in play. Great throws.
Should just run nice.
Brett Gallant, 92%, and as we said before, top of the standings.
Yeah, has not missed a beat.
Having the two 100% games back to back, then a 90% game, 92 in the last game, averaging at 92.
Low game of
In 10 or-
83, I believe.
Yeah, his lowest game they have him at is 83%, so that is some pretty solid numbers.
But no slouch. His
No.
counterpart in this game, Magnus, is right up there as well. He saw 90%. Good first world championship for him.
Spill, Magnus. Gå runt på
Bra.
nästa.
It might run a little, but that'll be fine.
I think the biggest difference in the statistics that we can see is actually at the skip position. So Brad Gushu at 93% during the competition, and Stefan Wallstad averaging only at a 76 right now. So he has been struggling throughout the week,
Ja.
just getting those key shots in play.
Jag hade den där is. Jag hade den i sist. Jag provade den.
Will definitely be a learning experience this week for Stefan Wallstead. We've had some highs, some lows.
I think that's exactly it. This is a fantastic learning experience for them. Their very first men's world championship, having some experience in the past with the university games and the being an alternate, playing in the World Juniors, but
It's a different level.
it is. It absolutely is.
Trying to come around that. Chance here, get rid of a couple.
Thick half, 2/3.
Well, still this whole round robin draw to finish. And you see the percent from Mark Nichols as well. Be kind of fitting that the 1-2 game of the World Championship is the top two money leaders on the World Curling Tour as well tomorrow night in Canada and Sweden. We've had good results on the tour so far. Obviously for this Gushu team, majority of it without Brad due to a hip and groin injury.
Yeah, and having Mark Nichols skip the team for the majority of the season, and he's done a fantastic job so far. Brad obviously having a lot of confidence in Mark as well to step into his shoes and fill his position for that time.
Do we really want to group them?
I don't like doing it, but
What?
I don't like grouping. I don't love it either.
But just like you said with the Swedish team and the Canadian team, so Sweden definitely wanting another crack at this Canadian team.
We're trying to roll.
Had a little bit of a rough go during the round robin, so I'm sure they'll be looking to get some redemption in that one too.
A clean slate in that one. Both those teams will get a second life. Both will try and finish it out tonight. Sweden on the ice right now, still leading the Netherlands 3-1 now as they have the hammer and 4. And Canada, as you see in our feature game, 5-1 over Norway.
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Roll it, Jeff. Roll it a bit. Okay, it's good.
Well, Canada wasn't sold on bunching them together that much. They do lie 3.
Okay.
I'm just going to wait till I have an opinion on this.
Good.
Flying 3, but all at the top of the house.
Ikke han house.
Slå litt fart, da. Ja.
Vi la 8. 7. 8. 8. Kølle. Kjøl linje. 8. Kølle.
Frys.
Kølle masse. 8.
Frys.
Well, trying to use these stones as their friend. Little bounce.
Yeah, Norway realizing they've got no guards in play, and all of Team Canada stones are right at the top of the house, so how can we utilize them to try and get something going? So just trying to get a freeze on that one to force Canada to blast them out and hope for a miss or a jam on something, but slight little bump there does push enough into the open so that Brad's going to be able to kind of pick this, but also what I believe is to grab his yellow over on the side. They're up by 4, not needing any more points, just need to clear the house.
Please.
You saw 93%, highest on his team at the skip position. You don't see that very often. Sometimes playing more difficult shots. The curse goes there, is a little out on that one maybe in that spot that seems to run a little bit straighter.
That ran a lot straighter than I thought it would.
There you go.
That is that spot, the out turn going away, the in turn coming
Did he say
coming
hard
back.
right away?
Straight.
Yeah. It wasn't. I thought I threw that really good.
It's exactly what you said.
I just couldn't throw it like that.
No.
It's easy from where I am.
Yep. It's easy being the critic.
Absolutely. There hasn't been much to pick on Brad Gusho all week long.
No, it's hard to pinpoint anything.
Så vel.
Nothing but positive things.
Hadde 20, tror jeg. Mine 10 dragninger var det.
So Stefan Wallstedt, try and get something. Well, you got the mistake. Try and just get a 2 in the end. At 2, you stay in this game. Talked about it. You said it, Ali, the difference for this Norwegian team. Low numbers for Wallstedt.
Shit.
Rent. Bra fart!
And a couple
8!
big misses and missing the wrong way in that last end.
8!
Yeah, 76%, unfortunately, at the world stage isn't going to win you a lot of games. Gonna need to bump up those numbers for this game if they're gonna have a chance at getting a crack at this Canadian team.
Greit. Spill, Stefan.
Hit that as soon as we can, I guess.
Han kommer til å ha den hvis det så bumpa den bak.
Might give him a triple.
Okay.
If it rolls out a little bit, it's probably, well, it might have a wiggle. Cross it.
I don't mind that either.
It's thin.
Oh, yeah.
What do you like? I was thinking nose. Nose? Pick around.
Never, there's no hole.
No, I know, but this one's going to be hard to get out.
I mean, what if, like, if you did something like this and it rolled there, like, how does he get...
He hits what he can see, you can go on that. I don't mind this, Mark.
try and nose, or do you
Just
want to
cross it a hair. Yeah, try and keep those straight.
This looked to me right away was playing pretty much
Yeah.
nose on that top yellow.
Just board? Board, yeah.
What kind of weight you throwing, Brad?
Yeah, Brad's worried about leaving the triple, but
Oh, that looks like too much, Mark. Yeah, I'd say that's
I
max.
don't know.
It's almost you leave it and force your opponent to make that one, even if it does line up a trouble. You try to picture
Yeah, I
where
think
they
we can hold
go.
it here, so.
It's still a triple to try and get your 2.
Yep, quiet board.
Whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
quiet.
Just
Whoa.
board.
Whoa.
That's gonna curl a lot. Post.
Whoa.
Whoa!
is it going to curl up enough?
Good.
Right on the nose it goes to lie 2.
Great shot. Good shot. Real nice.
Don't think a triple. I don't think you can even push that red up. You have to slash it and your shooter's going to roll out. Or roll away at least to bring that top one into play.
This looks like just a hit for 1.
But do you have to try something? Try and get inside and clip the top of that one. Or the back edge of that top Yellowstone. I think they just have the slashes.
Yeah, I really don't think, no, I really don't think there's any port there to kind of, you'd have to hit that red relatively thin to be able to catch on the inside of the 4-foot one.
Yeah, hard.
So just going to slash this one in, I believe, for the single, and they'll do just that. So one more on the board for Team Norway to bring this to a 5-2 game. Canada leading after the 4th end.
In the universe that is distinctively curling, the stars have now aligned to deliver the world's ultimate showdown to the world's entertainment capital. Whether you're a storied veteran of events past or a future superfan anxious to attend your first, this is the one. The 2018 World Men's in Las Vegas with our most popular package, the 9-day, 10-night hit and stay for 2 people for just $20.29.
Las Vegas rocks.
Well, as we get set for the 5th end, our feature game, let's take a look. The scores around here, draw 17. Scotland must win, trying to get into the Olympics. We'll talk about that in a little bit. They're down 3-2 in the 5th against Russia. Sweden leading Netherlands 3-1 in the 5th. Our game is on sheet C. It's 5-2, Canada leading. And Japan yet to get on the board against China, which is now actually, they just put up the score, just changed to 7-0 for China, and it has been a free fall for Japan, pardon me. At a 5-3 record, looking like a chance at the playoffs, get back into it like they were last year, losing the bronze medal game. And on the verge of finishing 5-6 on a 3-game losing streak.
They've been very hot and cold, I would say. That would be the way I would describe Japan. Some games they were just absolutely on fire. And as we can see, this game against China just looks like they're maybe losing steam. It's the end of the week. The energy starts to fall off a bit.
Whether it's a factor or not, the Japanese team, have been first team getting ready for the game. So the first team out on the ice before practice. They've had some of their team members throwing after the late draw. So it's a long week when you're playing 2 games a day, let alone adding those other factors in. Morning draw, they're out on the ice over an hour before the game.
Yeah, and taking into consideration the game times here at 9, 2, and 7, so you do have time in between games, but obviously you need to make sure that you have that rest and recovery time in between games so that you're able to mentally and physically prepare for that next game coming out. But when you're at the arena the entire time, there's not a lot of time for you to have that recovery period.
So 2 centerline guards here in our feature game, Canada and Norway. After tonight, they'll go 2 different directions. Canada's into the 1-2, still have their eyes set on that gold medal, while Norway will be spectators.
In the middle.
Bak 4. Get.
Now just trying to move those stones around.
Løs. Yep. Ja, vi står løs. Hard.
Yeah, they're just trying to throw a back 4 weight at this, just to, like you said, just move them around.
Yep. 6. Yep.
Yeah, definitely a lot lighter than they had originally called.
Can you get all 3 now? Probably jams if you that one in the house. Probably be happy just getting the 2 guards off.
I think so, but well, it is. I think it is there with Mr. 100%. It might really be there. No.
It'll just be the 1. Kind of surprising because they call it, you just are expecting them to be real close to making that the way they've been playing this week. Kind of a rare one at a World Championship where you know the playoff matchups before the final draws happened. Canada playing a game, trying to stay unbeaten. Their opponent they're playing is right next to them. Did the eyes wander a little bit, or is it?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's something that that you learn over time. And of course, being the first time at the World Championship, perhaps Team Norway was you know, we saw them chatting a little bit to Team Sweden on the other sheet, and you'll notice a lot of teams doing that, and it's not necessarily a lack of focus thing, but sometimes it's very easy to have the eyes wander over to another sheet to see what the score is, or is this game going to help us? Maybe before the game, oh, where did their draw shot go? So a little bit of training there to make sure that you're just looking at your own sheet. You can only control what you can. The rest will just have to work out on its own.
We're trying to run this one back into those reds, in the house, and spill it over the top.
What a great shot.
Yeah, it doesn't get rid of it, but it does spill it all the way out and into the back 12-foot.
Is that your roll call halfway down? Okay. He was close. Yeah, oh yeah, I know that. I was just... Litt mindre, eller?
Mark just toying with the skipper a little bit, I think.
Yeah, just making sure he's hearing the right voice because 4 games going on. There's a little bit more noise in the crowd tonight on a Thursday evening, pardon me. Afternoon, evening, it's all blending together.
Really nice freeze. So Team Canada, again, since they have Hammer here in this 5th end, not needing that center guard in play, so they'll look to try and throw a slash on that top to the side Norwegian stone. Just, oof. Just drives it by over top.
Just narrowly missing that one, and be disappointed not making that. They wanted to try and stick it there, put the pressure.
That was
on
very
Norway.
close.
Marcus will look to replace that guard.
Litt foreløpig, ass. 2. 2,5.
Den er bra. Fast i kosten.
Kan det gå litt, Alex?
Japp.
Japp. Fart. Japp.
Okay.
Got that. Good guard.
2 option, we rip it again, or
What about a guard?
as long as he can. Yeah, he could probably make that. Is it?
He can't dive.
Yeah,
He can't throw weight at that.
There, we gotta cut that off. Yep. He's under it. Yep, I like it.
Where do you want it exactly?
We'll have it just short. It's fine.
Switching gears a little bit.
Yeah, now is this, I'm just thinking from Team Canada's perspective, knowing where they're at and a 5-2 lead in Hammer may not go duration. Do they start changing their mind? Do they start thinking in a position, how do we play this end if we're in a tight game? Do you start looking at that? Getting yourself prepared, because knowing those playoff games are going to be a little bit more difficult. Does that factor in?
Yeah, well, I think like we were saying before, Brad was a little concerned in the past not being able to really have those long end games under his belt going into the playoffs here. But I don't think this shot here doesn't have anything to do with kind of lengthening that game, because with throwing a guard on this one, so now Team Canada saying, you know, over to you. You've put up the guard, and
Good.
as long as they block off like they have just there, that run,
Good.
Team Norway is going to have a bit of trouble now getting at those Team Canada stones.
If they do, they'd have to run that yellow in, which they can't. It's probably edge on edge, it looks like.
I believe so. It seems odd to want to throw a guard, of course, like we said before, being up by 3 points now. It's not really something you you would go to junk up the front, and but this really could secure an easy deuce for you.
It just crosses my mind that a team that hasn't been pushed that much, get into the playoffs, you know you're going to get the very best, that you're going to be pushed to the edge. You start thinking in a mentality, let's treat this end like we're in the 9th end, up 1 sort of scenario. It's not it may not be the smartest thing to do.
No, I think Brad will treat this, you know, they'll be looking at it end by end, so taking into consideration the score, the end, I think he'll be well, I think if anything, he's just looking at what's the hardest shot for Norway.
Yeah, treating it like the score is, knowing he's played enough of those tight games.
Exactly.
Runs that back. That's when you run your opponent's stone in. It still looks like it's shot stone for Canada.
Yeah, it's close.
That's a very nice shot though from Stefan Wallstad. Didn't overthrow it. I like the weight control on that one from the Norwegian skip.
Really nice shot.
Right there, Mark.
Okay.
You got to leave him that mark.
Yeah, I know. I think we want to be top of the button, Brett.
Got to leave him the triple raise double. But right on the top button or split T or yeah.
Senter slapp han sent, så lager vi
Bite
på
the
lampa.
Bite the button. Good speed over here?
Yeah, speed's good.
Yeah. A little slower? Just a little.
Sure, yeah.
Well, should Brad ever come up a little bit short here, Stefan does have the same shot on his next one to throw the run back.
I would say light.
Try and split out 2 of those yellows.
Looks like Son good.
Top button.
Oh,
really
not curling.
tracking.
It looks real good.
It's got a curl. Top of the button.
Stay close, Brett.
Gotta go a bit for weight.
Go ahead. Leave it short. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it still has the curl.
Go for it.
Half 4. Go then. Go.
Yep.
Hard.
Biting button. Whoa.
That's okay. Good shot.
That is a beautiful shot.
Good weight.
Tucks enough, no hit and roll.
Looked pretty good at the end. Shoot. Not too much ice, eh?
Yeah. Looked a little more.
I think if you nose it,
But
you should be 1. Question is whose second shot? I believe it's yellow.
Yeah, it does look. I did think it was a yellow after Wallstad's first.
Kontrollert til litt opp, så kanskje skal håpe å få ut den gule der. Kjapt går bra det, men oss prøver sendt ut.
Throwing a run back here.
Well, now as the dust settles, is there that short yellow-red raise through the port?
There absolutely is. Shooter rolls off over to the side there, so it does open up a hole.
It's probably there on that one.
yeah.
Just draw
Here we go. Another rock.
a piece of the button for 4, or for 2, pardon me. You need the just the side of the Ford logo to get that one.
D-line, Brett.
Thought you could see enough with that yellow that you could play into it. Brad knows he's lying shot, doesn't want to give up a steal.
Yeah, I guess running the risk
2
of
more feet, I think, just for pass.
just kind of
Yeah, for even just
driving your yellow out to the side.
little
But
less.
so this is obviously the lower risk shot, but man, oh man,
to
is
the
this
floor, I
ever
think.
tricky.
Does not have a lot of room to work with, but just through a similar path. Going a little bit wider on this one. Will it change the weight? Find out last stone of the 5th end.
T-line, guys.
I thought it was good, Brett. Wait on late. Room.
More room.
Whoa, let it work.
Whoa,
Brett's
wait.
in.
Wait.
Weight's good.
Oh, you got
Room. Line's good.
close.
Line's good.
TFP.
Will it bring it there?
Just you.
Got to skinny that
Good,
top.
good.
Oh, wow.
He drew side of the button, touching the blue ring.
Wow. There you go. Wow.
Wow, for sure. So Canada gets their 2 to head into the 5th end break, up 7-2, trying to complete a perfect round robin portion of the Ford World Men's Curling Championship. Well, Canada, Norway, feature game, and deciding to try and take a chance to score 2. Come around didn't work. Canada hits, leaves the double. Can they roll it up and blank? Won't do that, just make the double. And Norway gets 1 to tie things up against Team Canada. 3rd end, and numerous misses by the Norwegian side. Leaves the open draw for Brad Gushue to score 4. They've done this numerous times. Getting ahead, running away. That one comes down to score a big end of 4. That may be his most impressive shot of the game. 5th end, Brad Gushue. Safe shot, line 1. There's a shot on the other side. He could play weight to try and score 3. He's playing this intern draw. Just needs to put it on the tee line, have it curl at the end. Small window. Brad nails it, gets the 2, and leads 7-2. All smiles for Canada, trying to improve to 11-0. A look at the percentages, and as usual, seeing the 90s for Team Canada. 94 as a team to 78 for Norway. 98 to 81 in draws, and 87% on their hits to 75 for Norway. No points stolen. Canada, a commanding 5-point lead. So we'll head to the second half of this game shortly. Well, good evening, everyone. Just tuning in. You've missed a lot already in the first 5 ends. Luke Coley, Allison Kreviazik for draw 17. Canada taking on Norway. Feature game. We are in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. The first down, top of the button for Jeff Walker. The corner guard will go up for Norway. We've got to look at the scores of the other games going on in that 5th end break. Russia stealing 1 in the 5th, so now have a 2-point lead over Scotland in Olympic implications in that one. There are 7 teams that will qualify after this event is finished for the Olympic Winter Games outright, along with Korea as the host nation. 2 will come out of a pre-qualifier in the Czech Republic next curling season. As we see Jeff Walker, his numbers for the tournament and this game. Right now it's Russia leading Scotland 4-2. If Russia wins, defeats Scotland, Scotland will not be one of those top 7 teams into the Olympic Winter Games.
That's correct. So they will be in the Olympic qualifier event. So, but Russia being winless so far in this competition, they've got to be coming out absolutely firing to try and get a win on the board.
That would be quite the win.
Yeah, finish the event strong.
They will be in that pre-qualifier if they choose to send their nation, a team to try and get to the Olympic Winter Games. Of course, you have to be at a World Championship at least 1 year in that quadrennial to play in the Olympic qualifier. They won't have enough points to qualify outright here. Would love to go home with 1 win.
And the women's side, obviously the women's worlds was 2 weeks ago in Beijing, China. And,
oh, look at this. Double peel by Brett Gallant takes both of them away.
Wow. Wow,
to interrupt you on your...
No, that was worthy of an interruption. So for the women, the teams that have qualified for the countries, sorry, that have qualified for the 2018 Olympics are Canada, Russia, Switzerland, Great Britain, USA, Sweden, Korea, and Japan. And like you said, there will be 2 teams to qualify for the Olympics through the Olympic qualification event. That will take place next season.
Well, the 2 guards replaced with 1 center, just putting it in a different position, forcing a different peel for Brett Gallant. This Canadian team trying to go 11-0, but come tomorrow, the 11 wins don't mean anything other than they get hammer and rocks to start that game.
They will get that anyway. Even with a loss here in this game, even if they were to give up a bundle, still having the better win-loss record than Team Sweden. Sweden having 2 losses so far in the round robin, Canada having none.
Hard. Hard. Takes. Hard. Sånn forbi. Hard. Hard.
Well, trying to be precise with those and just can't get by. Sits partially into the top of the 8-foot.
Half or less. Third. Okay. Third will do. Whoa, right up. Whoa,
Just looking to pick all these out, and will he get everything?
I'll leave a couple of yellows around. Both back part of the house will be something, a little bit of life. There's some stones to freeze to, but not a real great opportunity to try and score.
Håll igång.
68% for Hoiberg in this one.
6. Linja bra.
Kulle.
Linja der. 6, 7.
7,
Bare fart.
8, 8, 8.
Bare 6, 7.
8 nå.
Hold da, hold da.
Her da. Jeg går.
Forsøk.
Just trying to get the corner freeze on that one. It's come up a hair short.
So Mark
Peel.
Nichols will be asked. Peel on the nose. Get rid of that one.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Good shot, Mark.
His stone will be in front of the tee line now, so
Good throw.
freeze the back one.
Much better position.
Ja.
Vanlig.
Bra fart.
I thought going to be the freeze of the back one, trying to hit and roll off of it.
Det er bra. Kan bli blank på det, ja.
That one sitting on the side at second shot. Brad want to roll.
Yeah, just a little bit. But just like you said, with throwing the freeze on the back one, if you make it good, and even if they were to be able to clean everything out, to pick that one and their own and the shooter, leaving one in the house, you still get the blank here regardless.
Clean.
Well, hit and roll sort of does the trick, but you wouldn't be able to sit perfectly on top of that back stone. So now they're gonna change gears and go for the freeze on this one.
Og litt mer. Ja. Good throw. Good judging of that.
Ja.
En av småten på planten på, tror jeg.
Ja. Ja, 0-5.
So first of Skipstone's Stefan Wallstedt. World University Games champion, 2015.
Har ikke ryggen da. Må køle litt. Må køle. Bare Magnus i stedet nå.
Kom her da, kom her da. Magnus.
Bare Magnus.
Ja.
Trying to freeze the back one, but will be well short.
That's not gonna cut it.
Lots of room and air to get rid of this one.
I think Sweeper's surprised how much that one came down. A little bit of frustration after it started to stop at the end.
Easy. So normal. Whoa. Whoa.
Okay.
Good.
And a little roll to the side to lie 3. As Canada's done numerous times in this championship. We'll draw for one. A completely different game if you take away that four-ender. Just if he misses the wrong way, has led to this position that the big score, Canada can get in defense mode and just control play.
Yep. This is a big draw. Is it there?
Need full 8 foot.
Marcus going up to help. Try and bring it as far as they can.
They will
Oof.
get it to the 4 foot with a big scrub. They'll get their one. But it's still a commanding lead for Canada. Now 7-3. Heading to the 7th end.
In the universe that is distinctively curling, the stars have now aligned to deliver the world's ultimate showdown to the world's entertainment capital. Whether you're a storied veteran of events past or a future superfan anxious to attend your first, this is the one. The 2018 World Men's in Las Vegas with our most popular package, the 9-day, 10-night hit and stay for 2 people for just $20.29.
Las Vegas rocks.
Welcome back to our live coverage of the Ford World Men's Curling Championship 2017. It is draw 17, Norway taking on Canada. Canada full control has forced Norway to take 3 singles, while Canada scored a deuce, a 4, and a single. And that first stone goes into the house. You saw the frustration from Alexander Lindstrom, slides in. Jeff Walker will get to play his first hit of the game. And he will just peel that one out. They don't need to keep anything around.
And with all that noise you can hear in the background, we do have a game that's finished up over on sheet D. China will take the victory over Japan.
So China will finish 6-5. Japan will be 5-6 to finish off round robin. Our game 7-3. And Jeff Walker playing the tick shot. There was a 2 points in the 6th end, so China wins 9-2.
Spiller åtteren først, og køller litt mer.
Okay.
Prøver der, da.
Fem er bra. 5, 6. 4, 5.
6.
5, 6.
Linja er bra. Markus nærmest.
Godt køle.
Markus nærmest. 6.
So Team Norway just looking to draw this around. Not bring it too deep. Just in the top 8.
Hard. Japp. Good shit. Og spille.
Really nice draw. But that guard's not going to stick around for long. Team Canada's just going to look to peel this away. Again, just keep everything open.
So they just peel the corner, keeping things open in the rings. Canada just wants to score. Magnus Nedregotten.
Litt trang. Kjem til køl. Linja er bra.
Rettere og lengre.
Try and put guard into a little different position. Guard up there is a little higher, a little tighter. Of course, a different peel spot.
Spill. Whoa. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
Pretty aggressive.
Bert Gallant doesn't miss a heck of a lot of those. I actually have him at a 99% so far in the competition on his
Where's that other
field. So
fitting we're in a building where
I
a
know.
99 was played.
I know.
Wayne Gretzky
Where is that 1%? What went
played
wrong?
a lot of number 99 in hockey. Wayne Gretzky, for any hockey fans, played a lot of games in this building. Kind of fitting he's at 99%.
Inte så långt.
I see the relation now.
They've since moved that statue downtown to where the Edmonton Oilers, the professional hockey team, play.
Goes under it, hey?
Looks like it does, yeah.
Okay.
I think they're even.
This probably not going to do much, hey?
Pretty nice. Shouldn't.
This is the spot on the ice where we've seen a little bit straighter.
Yeah, you gotta go hard. Hard.
Does he have it?
Well, they were worried if it would clip that one. Leaves that one out in front.
Hey.
Little miscue for Mark Nichols.
Okay.
Guess.
And the downside with jamming on that yellow, you could see here is the red now lies on the top of the forefoot, just by the center line. So optimal position for Norway. Try and get a steal in.
Gå.
Kølle, Alex.
Glem å gå, ja.
Kølle masse.
Få en bra sentergard er viktig, ass.
Kølle, nå er Kjapp. Hard.
Really gonna have to get this going. Try and get some curl. Just doesn't come up, so it will actually be fully open, I believe.
What's this gonna do here, Brad?
Go get some curl.
That's a missed opportunity.
They had a great chance.
Yeah.
You don't get a lot of them.
Doesn't have to be hard, I guess, but
Nice board weight.
yeah.
Chance to get at this one. Believe the guard. Norway needs to steal. Will have to go under the guard.
Whoa, Jeff. Hair quiet. Pretty good though.
Oh, right off.
A little quiet.
Pretty good board.
He just got a little full on it. Good shot.
Good, nice weight.
So on the nose.
Sorry. It's a little aggressive on the release.
Look at the other scores. Of course,
That
you
is-
said
it's a
that
little
one
aggressive
final,
on the
Allison.
release.
9-2, China defeating Japan.
That's what I think it was. It's one of the
We're on
first
sheet C.
releasing your
On
slot.
sheet B, Sweden is still leading over Netherlands 5-1. And it is Russia still on top of Scotland. In the 7th end, Scotland needs a win to qualify Great Britain directly to the Olympics. Otherwise, they'll have to play in a pre-qualifier.
Yeah, Russia taking a steal in the 5th end, and Scotland only taking their single in the 6th. So 4-3 for Russia with hammer. Got some work to do.
Yeah, and Russia would be nice for them to get a win, and it would be even bigger that they could knock off Scotland.
Absolutely.
Means that they would have to go against Scotland in a pre-qualifier.
Setter seg mye. Setter seg ganske bra.
Ja, ik denk het wel, hè. Gewoon 3 eentjes tegen.
Well, of course, it always happens, Allison. We update a game, and another score happens.
Yep.
It is.
Update. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. That's yours.
Yeah, Netherlands takes 1 in the 7th, so 5-2 in the 8th end. Now Sweden will get the hammer back. Sweden looking much better in a bounce-back game after a loss this afternoon to the States.
Yep. Oh, clean.
Clean. Throw, Brad. Free throw.
And Brad worried about scoring, so that was the danger still, right?
It was, absolutely. Of course, Canada having the hammer, not needing that center guard up. So Norway's going to try and actually draw one around to bury a piece around that top 8 yellow stone. Try and get an unforced error of maybe not making that short run on the yellow.
Sju. 6.
Langt inn. Hold i gang. Langt inn.
Hold i gang.
6.
Linja bra. 7. 6. Linja bra. Ja.
Må gå.
Ja, linje.
Må gå.
Linja.
It's really going to have to go. Looks a little short. And over curling.
Corner that one, and it's going to be a shot for 2 for Brad Gushu.
Yeah. Even back 12.
Prøv.
Yeah.
Spill oppe.
Back 12, back line.
Now you don't need to play this one too cute.
Back line.
As long as you catch a piece, and even if you were to roll your shooter, just take the one. Still in a great position.
Let's take it back line. That's what I thought it was. You like that ice? Yeah. Not too much, is it?
Matter of
I'd say it's
moving
on the
that one
max
out.
Side, but it's one of those ones you're not sweeping much at curls.
We'll get more curl later.
Weight's the same.
Still kind of a few feet slower than the start of the game.
Pretty close though.
So last stone in the 7th end.
To the hack almost. Clean it.
Just looking for a back line tap
Close to the
for
hack.
2. So far, not a lick to it. Is he going to go right by?
coming down a bit.
I have to
Is
go
it
on
going
the
to
red.
curl up?
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Well, chip roll away. And we'll get just the one. Make it an 8-3 game.
One yellow.
That was the important part. Just remove that one.
It's 6 feet heavy. Ah, that kind of barreled out. I thought it was, but I also was expecting to throw a little less weight.
So 8-3. We'll head to the 8th end. Canada on top.
Where was it, to the hack?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't the 2 Canada was looking for in that 7th end, but they are getting one thing. They're playing the 8th end of a game, which they haven't done in a while. Look to see how the ice reacts, and they'll really try and take that in, see what the ice is going to do at this stage of a game, because they haven't been to it in a few games.
Yeah, you were saying it was against Switzerland, which was their very first game that they played. And the other game
Was Sweden. That was
Yeah.
draw 5 Sunday night. We're in draw 17, so they've had some short ones. And the big percentages. Corner guard will go out in front.
Of course, being up by 5 right now, you're not going to be playing a lot of the soft weight shots. Going to see a lot of, like as we see here, throw-throughs, peels, just looking to clear everything in sight. Just kind of play through the end and, well, eliminate as many stones as possible. Keep it open.
Yeah, knowing the score and where they're at, just don't give up the big end. The first stone in. Again, perfect position for Jeff Walker, and he gets the joy of throwing his second one through. And look at those numbers.
100%. That
Jeff
is
Walker,
impressive.
the only member of the team that hasn't thrown one of those yet.
Knock on wood.
As they'll double up the corner guards on one side. Now will come the peels.
Mr. 99 on peels. Probably at 100 now.
Round up.
Yeah. We can see here 79 versus 95. for Team Canada's Brett Gallant.
It's been a struggle for Magnus. He's had been in the 90s throughout, and this one, low numbers for him.
Does overcurl a little bit, so as you can see, Brad is going to be going after that tight stone, knowing that the guard that's kind of just over the hog line that they just threw doesn't really come into play. It will be quite difficult to bury something around there and not have it be accessible. So as we can see, Norway's going to try and throw another guard and put it in the tight position so that they can actually utilize it to come around.
Yeah, playing the come around on that long guard.
What do you have of this?
Yeah. Try to roll it on, I guess.
Yep.
Do you want a little more than last end?
Yeah, no less.
I heard the comment.
Heavy board.
Want to roll it on.
Yep. Hard. Heavy board. Hard. Yeah. Whoa. Okay.
What are you doing, Jeff?
Tried to go for the back. Oh, just catch their own. Tough luck.
The high guard didn't get removed, but it's over towards the boards, not really guarding a lot in the house. That's a look at what they're facing. The one corner in a position. Now see the out turn come around.
Marcus at 70% this game, as opposed to a whopping 90 for Mark Nichols. Canadian team is just, in every single game that they've played, they're outscoring their opponents. Not just on the ice, on the scoreboard, but percentage-wise.
And it shows with a plus 60 plus minus on the scoreboard, which that's a lot in.
That is a lot.
That's in just 10 games. That's coming into this evening's draw.
Yep. Hard. Whoa.
Watch the shooter.
Go. Right
Well, won't catch the one in the house, but they'll roll it in. A good plan B. If you're not going to make the run back, roll it in and get second shot.
Yeah. It's close. No.
Not sure.
Stefan is motioning that it is in fact yellow, which is second shot in the front.
Steffen drog där. Så det är bra.
Fint det.
Ja. Och du drog din där då.
Stopper litt på slutten med det.
Being the top part of the house, so they try and use it as a guard, try and draw behind it.
Samme fart, eller?
Try and find a way to hide something in the house.
Tycker vi skal ha mindre.
Åtte, bra!
28. 8.
Var fart.
8. 8. 8.
Jämnhöjd va? Förbi gul då.
Will it stick on?
Bra.
Well, sticks on for second shot in the back, but
Roll over here, be okay.
it is partially open and also way back in the back of the 8-foot, so not exactly the optimal position.
No, but that yellow actually, does it protect against the
I
double?
don't know if we need to do that up.
I don't know if we need to draw.
Okay. It's there, Mark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Okay.
Is it?
Thinking
I trust them.
Half a rock.
Last time I doubted they made it.
Yeah.
To get to the top. No, I think right on half mark.
I think we've all done that at one point this week, and now I think I've just learned my lesson.
Just trust what you hear.
Exactly.
We going right to it or no?
what?
Are we going right to it? Try the double.
Quick update, Scotland
okay.
has stolen a point, so they're now tied with Russia. They play the 8th end.
Is that enough ice?
So we look at the skip comparison. 88 for Gushu
Curl here,
to
he's
77
one
for
more than me,
Volstead.
And we will have more handshakes on sheet B. The matchup between Sweden and the Netherlands.
Both
Sweden
teams,
taking the victory.
both teams saluting the crowd as Gushu will make that double. I didn't think it was there. It does pushes it back to line 3.
Wow.
It's a nice tradition at the Worlds and any major curling event where as the teams finish round robin, they salute the crowd. And for this team from Netherlands, their first World Championship, it had to be a fun week despite a 1-10 record.
We're able to get that one win against right now the winless Russian team, looking to take down Scotland on sheet A.
And there's an 8-2 victory. Sweden defeating Netherlands. Sweden will be in the 1-2. Better way for them to head into the playoffs with that victory. They'll be solely, there's no three-way tie for second. It's a 9-2 round robin record for Sweden. 8-3 for Switzerland and 8-3 for the USA. And those will be in the 3-4. Canada, Sweden tomorrow night in the 1-2 game.
And Switzerland beating the USA in the round robin, so Switzerland will take that 3rd place position and USA the 4th.
When they end up jamming Volstead, his first stone, he ends up jamming on it, leaving this open.
It's an inch more.
Gushu, his final stone. Just looking to peel it out. Doesn't need to stay in the rings, and it's exactly what he'll do. Forcing Norway now to make the draw for their single against 3 Canadian stones in the house.
Nästan som på tiddragningen.
Ja, det ikke så langt unna. Jeg tror nok det skal gå helt fint. Vi koste 16 siste gang vi dro nedover der. Det er også likt nå.
So facing 3, last stone of the 8th.
Känns 8.
Stefan Volstead.
Jag håller ut.
Det är urört.
8, 7, ja bra.
Good chunk of the 8-foot, piece of the 4 to get the single point.
7, legg på 4.
Sweepers seem to like it.
Og så langt ut. Det er fint. Ja, på rygg.
Oh my. Is
Well,
it gonna
it's
stop?
hit. They were
Just
already
in
shaking
time.
before it had even stopped. So Canada with the victory. The crowd will let you know an 11-0 round robin record.
Absolutely incredible. Going into the Page 1-2 tomorrow evening.
An impressive run. And Jeff Walker gets his 100% game, so now they all had one throughout the event. So they'll head to the playoffs now. We'll take on Sweden. Updated the other group. Well, before we wrap up here for round robin play, let's look at the other games in the eighth end. Still going on, Scotland and Russia. Scotland needs a win to get into the Olympics and qualify for Great Britain. Our game, Sweden beat the Netherlands 8-2. Or pardon me, we were on Canada beating Norway 9-3. Sweden beat Netherlands 8-2 on sheet B. And then on sheet D, it was China defeating Japan 9-2. Well, in our game, seventh end, Canada taking on Norway.
You can also just rip it out.
Chance at 2 for Brad Gushu again with the hammer.
A little heavy.
Saw a little bit of a straight spot in the game. This one maybe throwing a little bit more heavier and in that spot. Chips that stone out. Just one to make sure they score. They get 1. Still controlling this game against Norway. And in the eighth, Norway, nothing set up, unable to get anything, any offense mounted. Stefan Wallstad has the intern draw for a single point. And this one will sit down just in the nick of time to get 1. It doesn't matter either way. Concessions all around, handshakes, and a perfect round robin for Brad Gushu and Team Canada. And that wraps up our coverage here for this evening. The Scotland-Russia game is on our other feed. Join Hans Frauenlob, Allison Walker with that one. I hear they're pretty good, so tune over to that one to finish out round robin play. And then tomorrow we have playoffs. For Allison Kreviazek, myself, Luke Coley, and entire crew, thanks for watching the Ford World Men's Curling Championship.